Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today with my design team project and this flip through from Release the Craftin's Autumn Academia kit, and it is really, really beautiful. So I've been working away on this book for a while now, and I really like how it turned out. Again, Release the Craftin is one of my big muses. I love her, and I love her design, and I love just the kind of the journey that she takes me on every time she creates a kit, because she's just an interesting person with great ideas. I don't know how else to say it more honestly. So this book, I made this inside of a vintage book called The Canadian Educator. And I also wanted to play with the idea of, you know, you love the cover of the book, but you also want to do something to kind of pull the theme into the book. So I made one of these journal topper covers. So it is on a dyed elastic that I dyed with mica. And this is from the kit, actually, this Autumn Academia. It's actually like a book cover, a two-paneled book cover that you could use as a journal cover, and I will link in the description box this kit in the Release the Craftin Etsy shop, and you'll see what I mean when you look at the kit. But what I chose to use it for was this topper. So you know, I cut out, or I tore out the part that I wanted, and hopefully you can see all the little design bits here and there of like plants and things. Then after I did that, I backed some other papers behind it. Then I embossed it with clear emboss in the center, and then a tattered gold around the outside. And then I stitched and I stitched and I stitched it. I backed it with fabric. I added some leaves. Then I eyeletted it and I added the elastic. So it's like this topper. So it's removable, which is fun because you have it both as like a closure piece, but it's also, you know, we have this beautiful book beneath. So this book was all black, but I decided to gild it because the leather of this old book, it's just really beautiful. So I did the whole entire book with a light gilding. This is black eyelets, and I've used some vintage burgundy colored seam binding that I hand tore. It was the wider, the bias tape type binding. So now we hop on into the book, and yeah, I just love the feel of the book already. It's just, this is everything I love in late summer as we're approaching fall. So I added here a couple of things, but let me talk about the end papers. These are the original end papers from the vintage book, and I wanted to leave them intact, but I also wanted to tear out all the nattery old spine from like an old book. So I did that. On the inside of the spine, I've created a lot of strength for the book spine and hinges, and then I've added some gray fabric here. This is some Tim Holtz worn wallpaper, and I just sort of tore and inked it and thought it would match up nicely with that original paper. And then this is some of my own thrifted wallpaper that I added as a pocket. So in the front pocket here, we get into the concept of like autumn academia. So academia to me can be very, you know, varied. It's someone who studies. I know some people have taken kind of a commercial, you know, popular wizardry film direction with this. I tend to, whenever I play with dark academia, I play with like the ideas of a student who's studying in this beautiful place, and, you know, kind of I let it take me through things like history, botany, geography, like all over kind of the academia map. So this is some 49 and market paper that I thought was just really appropriate for this. And then this is a vintage postcard, and it is of this cathedral, and it's just really lovely, and it's not written on, so it's perfect for writing on. So those just pop in here. This is the first page from the kit. You'll see some dyeing here and here. I did do some dyeing around the holes that I created to give it that aged book look. So like when I was piercing the papers, I kind of dyed each of the sort of areas of the paper where the holes are being punched. So this is the first page from the Autumn Academia kit. This background is also from the kit, so typically Priscilla will provide about 10 to, I'm going to say 10 to 20, because it's somewhere in that range usually, of both sort of front facing papers and then backgrounds, but you can use them however you like. And I often will print all of them as my front facing papers, and then I will do something mixed media on the back side of the pages. But this time I wanted to match them up. I love that she's used snails in this kit. I'm a huge lover of snails. This is some of my hand-dyed parchment paper. And as I go through this book, I'm probably just going to tell you what's from the kit, because this is a design team project and I'm not going to go into all the details. You will see what the book looks like. You don't need to know where all of it comes from. So this is the original main page of the book, the first page, and it's from 1927. So it's got the copyright there. Then we have here a belly, or sorry, not a belly band, a fabric flip of this lovely brown floral. And then we have a pocket and a journal card, both from the kit. And I left the original book page back there with Saskatchewan mentioned, just so that we have a little bit of that academia. This is another page from the kit, a stack of books, an acorn, and maybe that's a pumpkin spice latte. I'm not sure. I had my first one yesterday of the season. I was happy about it. This is the background page from the kit. This is some paper that I dyed with black walnuts, and I've used some of this. You'll see this mesh throughout the book. It's a plastic mesh I've been trying to kind of incorporate. This is a little cabinet card sticker. This window here is on one of the original book pages, and I've added this tag, and I love this because it's like the dark and stormy feeling of, like, storms and fall moving in, and it's a piece of art. I love it so much. It's like a woman, hugging a cloud. I don't know the whole backstory of this piece of art, but I love it. And I added some eco-printed fabric and some lace up top. And I've done this kind of treatment on the back of a lot of the paper, where I've inked and painted and such. And that just tucks in here. This is a little double pocket here. This circle is from the kit, and it tucks on in here. And then this journal tag, it says Immortal Beauty is still there. This is another lovely page from the kit, and it's just super cozy. We have a little hot water bottle in looks like a wool cover, and some books and a coffee. And then the dark academia background, the skull and the florals. This is a piece of wallpaper from my collection of things that I have in my studio that I thrifted. This pocket here has a tag from Release the Craftin's kit. I believe there are 4 of these with different key and lock themes. They're really nice. And then I decided to put this 10 of Wands tarot card in there as well. I just thought that the whole aesthetic was nice. This is some of my eco-printed paper made with roses. Just a little academia label here. Now this round is the center of the first signature. I have a lot of laminated flowers in this book, so this is the first one here, and it just kind of acts as a little finger hold to open up this, which I thought was really nice for an academia book. It's just a very, very nice picture. And this is more of the kit back here, the background pages, more of that wallpaper. This envelope is from the kit, and I've added a little moth there. In here, this is some of the original fly paper from the book. It matches the end papers, those original end papers. I love that tiny floral. And then I also made it into a pocket, and it has this poem by Nikita Gill. Graveyards and gardens. There are graveyards inside you, made of people that made you ache, made of memories that you barely survived, made of trauma and heartbreak. These graveyards need to become gardens where you plant flowers that blossom for you to let go. And then this is another, this is a poppy seed pod page from the kit. Another lovely background, nice words. This is from the original book, The Rare and Familiar Canadian Birds. You know, I got to put a little bit of myself in these books, right? The goldfinch and the meadowlark. More of my black walnut dyed paper. This tips out. And this was from my Journal Together kit on my Patreon. It's a fun little snippet from an old book. It says, Bookworm's Turn. The wonders of botanical illustration have unfortunately been made known to a wide public by saboteurs, who rip the colored plates out of books and thus do wanton damage to volumes, which, complete with their pictures, are valuable entities and greatly prized by collectors. No one can write on these books with greater authority than Handaside Buchanan, a distinguished bibliographer and a practicing bookseller. On collecting old flower books, Handaside Buchanan. So I don't know whether or not we would get along, but one is to argue what is the better use of old books, to keep them in a collection or to use them for art when they're falling apart. I think there's a balance. This is another page from the kit here. We have a little lock and is it a ginseng leaf? No. My brain. I've lost my brain. Anyways, I'm sure you know what this is and my brain is just not operating. This is gridded, beautifully layered paper. This is the other side. Also all from the kit. Then we have lots of things going on this page. So this was a busy folio that I made in another video. So over here we have a belly band. This little bottle is from the kit. This round here is from the kit. I added the moth, and we have a belly band back here with an envelope from the kit. So you open this up, and inside of it is another little poppy seed head there from the kit, little journal card. So that then slides right back inside the belly band, and the little bottle journal card can go right back in here. Then down here we have a folder from the kit and a little label here. These are actually tickets, but I kind of cut it into a label. It says Secret, Black, and Midnight. We have a moth. You open this up, and there's a little grass-tied, little piece of grass tied into a bow. A mushroom. This little piece of paper says clauses, and it was a tiny little note that I found tucked inside this book. And this is a little diamond-shaped journal card from the Autumn Academia kit. So we have writing space here. We flip this up, and then we also have this pocket back here, and this is an authentic antique book prize label awarded to David Gathrow for regular attendance in 1912 from the Primitive Methodist Sabbath School, Parkhead. And it's gilded and blue, and it has a bird and a book, and it's just beautiful. Where are these beautiful book prizes nowadays? I want them. So over here we have a little pocket here, and if I pull the things out of it, back here we have a bunch of things going on. So first, there is this white birch frame that I added that same netting to, and one of my laminated flowers. And then this is a little banner from the kit with the typewriter and the books, and it's a little journal card that just kind of tucks up in here. And then this little round here is also from the kit, and then this journal card is from the kit, and I've added eco-dyed fabric to it as a little pull to make it easy to get out. Inside here we have a little bottle from the kit that I laminated, I punched, and I added a little flower into. And then this is Prayers to be Said in a Storm, and it's just a very old piece of paper. On front it's like a Walper House Joseph Zuber, owner and manager, kind of letter. It's written on like a letterhead from Kitchener, Ontario. This person was from Listowel. So we have a letter on this side, and then on back they've written the Prayers to be Said in a Storm, which I thought was pretty cool for the purpose of it being an autumnal book, right? Because we're going to have some storms and some rain. Then we have some hand-dyed parchment. Another beautiful page from the kit. These are both pages from the kit, this whole spread here. I love the bird and the mushrooms, and also how she's added, like, you know, typewritten text. A background page from the kit. Just some gold paper. Some of that fabric. I always like adding these little bits of fabric. I figure, you know, whatever you're journaling about, you could pin something to it if you wanted to. And I made a little, this is like a ruffled book page tab with a mushroom. And this is some handmade paper. It's bronzy and red on the back. This pocket here, we have a label from the kit. It's on the original book page. And then I made this tag. It has my pressed flowers inside, and I've stitched around it, and I've added organza on top. I just liked how all the colors work together, the iridescence of the papers and the fabric. So over here we have this envelope from the kit, and inside of it this journal card, and this opens, and we have this little tag here from the kit. It's a little banner, and back here I've covered this surface in masking tape because I like how it looks, and I thought it was a fun academia type thing to do. I also like the back page here. So this paper making and this little maple leaf, this is all paper from the original book that I just pasted down, and then I added some handmade kind of grassy paper down here. So this is all writing space with some nice little things here and there. Then this envelope tips in, and we add this journal card in here. This is another page from the kit, and the background, black walnut dyed paper. This little pocket, it says great things take time, and it's on, so this is a black and white photography page. This is actually of a tree, and this is a tag from the kit that has a Vincent van Gogh quote on it. As long as autumn lasts, I shall not have hands, canvas, and colors enough to paint the beautiful things I see. And I love the butterfly or moth key, it's beautiful. And then this is a little music card that I thrifted. Then over here, there's more of that black and white kind of nighttime photography. And then this is a collaged pocket that I made, and inside of it is another an old relic of paper. This is an old list of people's names and whether or not they've paid from a school. So, and you could write on the back if you'd like to. It's just a lovely old piece of paper. This skull is from a page from the kit. I decided to back it in book page, cut it out, and add more of that gridding and create a block here, like a bottom pocket. This is some large format encyclopedia with a fish that's been cabbage dyed. Just a fun kind of tattered piece of paper that I made, and I love the paper behind it. It's really pretty. And then just some nice dark paper. This page is from the kit. And there's that skeleton again. And I purposely kind of tattered the edges. You'll know, I don't know if you can see, but I did do a bit of a treatment on the edges of the kit papers. I actually dipped them in paint, and I had a lot of fun with them, just to give them some weathering. And then more of that black and white photography. I specifically love this girl here kind of crouching down under the tree at night trying to do this photo shoot. There's a larger picture of it. It kind of connects with my my way of doing things, so I was like, yeah, I like her, she is my people. This is more black walnut dyed paper. Another beautiful page from the kit. That's the other side. This is also from the kit. You get several of these. I believe there are 4 different patterned large pieces of paper like this that you could use for pockets, literally to just cover a whole book page like this. I like that. I added a little masking tape. I sort of did that here and there throughout the book just because I don't know, I really like masking tape right now. It's really fun, especially with this kind of a theme. And then I added a butterfly up there. This is a belly band from the kit that I added. It has a book on it, and I added this piece of fabric behind, and then I cut this old bottle out of a book, and I embossed it with this, it's, what's it called? Holographic. It's holographic, so hopefully you can catch that in the light in my video. And this is an original cabinet card of this gentleman here. I felt like he very much belonged in an academia book. So maybe he's a love interest. Maybe this is his book. Who knows? Maybe he's a professor. So this is a big, beautiful envelope from the kit, and I have added it here. This is a label that says I read it in a book. So this just pops up, And then inside I made this piece of stationery to go inside of it. So the back is cabbage dye paper, and the front is this amazing image that I pulled from a book. So that is a nice bit of stationery there for writing on, and that just pops on in this lovely tall pocket, which then tips back down. And we have our owl friend back. And then this lovely paper again, it's that bronzy paper, more of this fun fabric. Some gold paper that tips out. Another beautiful page from the kit. And this side as well. Another page from the kit. So this whole spread is from the kit. That's the background from the kit. More of the hand-dyed parchment, avocado. This is some of my botanical dyed paper with roses, a little masking tape at the bottom there. Another page from the kit. Another beautiful page from the kit. This is more of the black walnut dyed paper, and here I added a little snippet of that original fly page from the book and a bird. This is a flip, so underneath here is kind of this old painted book. And then this is one of my laminated flowers, and then a banner from the kit. And it's a tip, so you can write here, and then back here we have an ideal flower garden, and that's an original page from this book, as well as the Canadian Wildflowers bookplate, also from the book. And then I was really like happy and sad to use this piece. This is one of my very favorite Bosch like artwork snippet pieces of this kind of Baba Yaga looking woman, and this man. I love this. I love Anonymous Bosch to begin with, but yeah. And then we have back here some nature study info. Over here, this beautiful pocket from the kit. Love the use of glasses. And then this is a journal card here from an art book. I just like the aesthetic of it. This is some 49 and market paper. This is a beautiful page from the kit. Love this little skull here with the antlers and the flowers. Background page with tiger lilies. Little pocket here, and back here we have some nature study butterflies here. This is a journal card that I made to go in here, and then this is a scan of a vintage photograph that I purchased recently, and I made this journal card with it, and I thought maybe this is who owns this journal. I love her. I think I love the big bow in the back of her hair, and she definitely gives me an academia feel. She has this medal here, and she has a book in her hands, and it says she did not belong in this place. I just added that there. Over here we have some eco-printed fabric behind this fall scene that's been stitched on for a pocket. And there's a study flowers back there. This is a large journal card from the kit. This mushroom, I love this. More black walnut dyed paper. Another beautiful page from the kit. I love the snail coming down the postcard toward the glasses. And more of the botanically dyed and avocado dyed papers. Another background and main page from the kit. This is a little piece of art that I created in a recent Use Your Books episode. You can find what's my last Use Your Books video. And I just played around with a bunch of things, and I loved how autumnal it came out, so it had to go in this book. Over here we have a pocket with the, this is made from the kit with the snail and the mushrooms and books. This journal card inside, and then I made it into a tuck spot, and this is some of my other different botanically dyed construction paper, actually, with roses. So that goes back there, and then that pops in here. Another page from the kit with this typewriter. Also, you can see the fun washi tape back here on that folio. Another beautiful page from the kit. Black walnut dyed paper, some Victorian gilded eyes. This is another beautiful page from the kit. This is one of the 4 sort of large rectangular pieces you get that looks like the back of an envelope. We have some poppy seed heads there. And then I made this mushroom journal card. it just tucks in there. Another page from the kit. And the background, this is more of my wallpaper. And then this autumnal pocket here, and this is a tag from the kit with this beautiful key. I did some mica spray spritzing. This is an original book page from this book, Nouns Illustrated. So it's got, you know, some nice written words, and then it's got pictures where one of the words would be. This is a pocket that I made from this frame, is from the kit. This one is not, but I paired them up and I added some gridding. These are laminated leaves from a beech tree and a Japanese red maple tree. That says Stay Curious. So the whole pocket is laminated, and original book pages behind it. You can see the word grammar there. And then this is the journal card that's inside. These old colorful wooden tools. Over here we have some collaging and a large pocket from the kit. And this tag is from the kit, and it has an Angela Wyland Crosby quote. Autumn whispered to the wind, I fall but always rise again. And I love the little fiddlehead fern at the bottom. So that just pops on into this pocket. Another page from the kit here. I love the layering of colors. We've got some dark trees and snails and this lock and plants and paper and pods. It's just very nice. Some packaging paper. This is just some colorful kind of fall type paper, but this is my little cabinet of curiosities that I've built in this book. So I found this paper somewhere, and so I've added a bunch of things. So let's start. So this label is from the kit. It says Autumn Academia. So this is like a little Autumn Academia Curiosa cabinet. So this little bottle, I've got 1, 2, 3 acetate pockets that you can take things in and out of. Okay, so I'll just go across this maybe. We have a little vase and a small playing card. This is actually a silk cocoon that has been attached. It's gold, you can see. We have the bottle that's a little journal card. Here's a tea kettle, a little crow, and another little wooden bird on a stack of books. A little bat. Then back here we have a couple of pharmacist, boxes, a little green moth, a mushroom, another white moth, a skull. This is a little, it was called the Mystery Calculator. It came out of like a vintage candy toy. This is a little, like a little diary key that I got from like an old set of keys, and it goes into an acetate pocket right there, so it's in there. Then we have a couple of mushrooms, this is a tiny skull sitting on some books, and a little lamp and an owl. This is a laminated Japanese maple leaf, and it just pops in the acetate pocket. A little bowl with a bird and a skull, poison label, a little moth. This is White the Druggist, Keep Me in Your Mind's Eye, a little old label. And this is an antler on a stack of books, another butterfly, a large mushroom, a lantern, a large bug. This is I guess a specimen of a chipmunk. And then we have one of my laminated flowers, and it goes in an acetate pocket with a book stack here. This is a stamp from 1893, a couple of little masks, and a leaf. So that's my little Curiosa cabinet. And then again, it's backed with that paper. This is a little flower that I added on the packaging paper. Another page from the kit, these beautiful leaves. And the front of the kit with the glasses of those dark trees again. And we have 2 pockets on this page. So in the top one, I've used a circle from the kit with that skull. And inside is this little fall leaf girl here. And it's on an index page from the book. And this little label here is from the kit. I'm using it as a little journal card. And then in this pocket, more of the gridding and some bronze leaves, a bottle from the kit, and I put a little Japanese maple leaf inside, and this is all laminated. And then some maple syrup buckets on that journal card. This says, quietly laid at last upon the turbulent heart. We have some book spine here, collage. This is packaging paper for writing. We fold it out and we can see the remains of a little bit of the book here. And this is a tag from the kit. I've added this leaf up here. I just thought that was a fun little flip out. And then this is some mica sprayed paper. I did a fun technique with that to kind of make it look like kind of abstract trees. This pocket is from the kit, and inside of it we have a little round from the kit with this moon and the flower. This is a little piece of the original fly paper from the book, and then one of my laminated beech leaves, and that all tucks on in here. Wallpaper, and this is another page from the kit. This is also from the kit. More of the eyes and some black walnut dyed paper. Another page from the kit. I love this owl and these leaves and seed pods. I have some of these seed pods in my studio. I have no idea what plant they're from. This little corner pocket here with a typewriter is from the kit on this ledger scrapbook paper. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. He's waiting to go for his walk. My husband is just getting the kids ready. He's very pathetic when he's waiting. This is from the kit as well. You could fold it here if you wanted to, because it's like a postcard, right? So I'm just going to leave it whole though, so that you can see as much of the image as you'd like to. And then this is from an old 1978 or 76 stamp collection that I bought at an estate auction. It has all these boats from St. Lucia, and I just felt like it was a nice little thing to include in an academia book. Then over here we have an envelope from the kit with this beautiful oak leaf, and I've glued one of my flowers on the back. It is laminated, and then inside we have a couple of things. I know there's one more thing in here. There it is. Yep. So one of the rounds, the full moon from the kit. And then the Hierophant. This is a tarot card from the White Sage Tarot. And then, so this large journal card is from a magazine, and I just love it. I think it's really pretty. And then this beautiful paper back here. That just tucks up there with a rusty paper clip, and the envelope flips over it. This page here is beautiful, and it's from the kit in the background. Then we have a coffee dyed lace paper. This is a journal card that I made from the original book of the wild animals found in Canada. Another page from the kit. I love the moth. It's so beautiful on the ledger paper, key, and one of the amazing backgrounds. This here is from the kit, and I used it as a tip out. And then here is one of my little laminated frame pockets, and then these two tags are from the kit. I decided to make a little booklet with masking tape for in here. And then that's a little snippet of some of the original fly paper, black walnut dyed paper. Another page from the kit here. We have a mortar and pestle, a feather, a pine cone. Another background page. This little framed laminated bit here. It's a pocket with a Japanese maple leaf. Some of the original fly paper, book spine. This actually has the original book spine backing from this book that I tore out. This is like so old that, you know, back in these days they used to use the leftover paper to checking where I am on camera here. Okay. to back the spines with. So you'd often get nice old text there. So I love that little detail. And then we have some books back here. This large journal card. This is a mica sprayed and gilded page with one of the circles here and here, both from the kit, and then the original fly paper and packaging paper. This is a black and white photography page. The pocket and the tag are from the kit. This is it's a quote from Shira Tamir. Anyone who thinks fallen leaves are dead has never watched them dancing on a windy day. Amazing quote. Priscilla has a way of choosing the most wonderful words. And then some more of that art book on black and white photography. This is a triple tag that I used as a little insert in the book from the kit. This is some cyanotype of leaves. This little, this was a tag, and then I cut the shape out from it because I liked the freeform pocket. And this is some wild tansy. I made it into a journal card from a nature book. This little folder is held onto this packaging paper by a rusted paper clip, and it has snails on it, and it's from the kit. It's so lovely. So just some extra writing space just clips on here. Something fun. And then over here, a mica sprayed page that I treated to kind of make it look almost like stars. And this banner's from the kit with a pine cone original book fly paper and a little butterfly. This frame is from the kit. I laminated it with more of that original text backside of the book spine and some little maple seeds. Books back there, a large tag from the kit. This is a background from the kit. This is a beautiful main page from the kit. Black walnut dyed paper. Here I've done some fun mica spraying. Hopefully you can see how it shines. And then this is a little diamond card from the kit. Another journal card and a pocket, both from the Autumn Academia kit on this fun paper. A background and main page with this fern from the kit, and then more of that coffee dyed lace paper. And then this all is from the kit, this whole page. So the pocket, all these little bits at the end, both sides of the paper. And in here I've put this, one of the bottles with some lavender laminated inside. This is just some plain handmade paper with a flower laminated inside. And then I've included some of the little bottles for writing, four more of them, just in this pocket too. It's kind of like a little spot for bottles. And then the end of the book, I've just again treated this with some wallpaper, kept the original paper intact, and added my stamp and the date and signature there. And so that is the end of this Autumn Academia in the Canadian Educator book. I was really inspired by this kit. It's everything I need right now as we're getting through this hotter than ever summer. And yeah, and I'm happy to have finally gotten to make one of these. I've been meaning to try this out, but I thought it was really appropriate for this book because it's just like, you know, I loved the original book, but I also felt like I wanted to incorporate in some way the theme on the cover of the book. So it's the best of both worlds. So that's it for me for now. Thank you so much for joining me. If this book is not already spoken for on my Patreon, it will head to my Etsy shop. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.